Bravoland Uncorked.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Bravoland Uncorked and free Friendsgiving and then actual Friendsgiving, which was not actually in the city. But Amanda could not get out of there fast enough to get back to the city.
No, she ran away from that dinner faster than I've seen anybody walk away from like a fast food place. I mean, Jesus Christ. She was out in 1 second.
Yeah, I heard she was heading west.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, who's she going to talk to?
Well, in case you didn't notice, this is not our normal location. We are coming to you from Shuck and Shack in downtown Alpharetta.
Where our next event's going to be.
Yes, August 11th, Bravo Trivia. Somebody else agrees. It's great. Good idea. So, in that intro, I think we all know that we are discussing the last episode of In the City. Brianna, Tori, Sherry, and Angela, as she likes to be called. All right, so let's just jump right into it then.
Well, how do you guys feel about its premiere season?
I thought it was
Success?
great.
You'd watch it again?
I actually like it because I've always wondered what their lives look like outside of Summer House. So it's really nice to see the perspective of like them walking around the city and like hustling and like them on their cell phones and like actually doing things. Cause like in the Summer House, they're just partying and a bunch of fucking drunk idiots. So it's nice to see what they do in their real lives and like how they are successful. Cause I've always wondered that part. So I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, but they were still drunk idiots in the city.
True.
It carried over.
Yeah.
I wish we got the background of how everybody knew each other because I do feel like there was like segmented groups
Yeah.
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes.
I've seen online a lot of chatter that it's like, well, it's Lindsey's group of friends and Kyle's group of friends.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
that's-
was picking up on. Yeah. So they introduced everyone to production, I guess, and they all got
And
cast.
why isn't Carl in it? I don't know why. I've
Why
never
isn't-
imagined myself saying that, but
Right.
I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me that he's not.
I agree.
I was wondering that myself. And
Oh.
then the whole Sierra, like, why isn't she in it either?
Why
But-
couldn't he be a friend of?
But yeah,
Yeah.
well, he was in that one
One
episode.
episode,
Kyle
yeah.
went to softball and was like,
Oh, yeah.
talk to him about his relationship, but that was it. And then you only saw Sierra and Wes in that one scene with Amanda, which was cringy, but yeah,
Yes.
so bad.
Said PTSD.
Yeah.
All right. So,
What else were our takeaways from that
Yeah.
episode?
do we want to go into what some of our hot takes were from that episode?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the first one has to be Lindsey, Georgina,
And Whtiney.
and Whtiney.
No, that whole fight. Never seen any fight like that on Bravo. It was the most undramatic ending. She was just like, "Thank you, I appreciate that," and then they just moved on and like everything was fine again. It was so weird.
So we say it's Georgina, Lindsey, Whtiney, but it was also Lexi
Yeah, true.
because Lexi's the one that stirred the pot, learned
Yeah.
it from Kenny. And also, I guess we've learned don't talk too loud in the bathroom. Yvonne will hear you.
And while you're mic'd up.
Yeah.
That's
Don't forget that
no
part.
detail.
Mhm. I think that there's a lot of backtracking going on Whtiney's behalf because she realized that she's put single women, specifically moms, on blast. And I think she's really trying to backtrack and save herself there. And that's what I got out of it at the very end when they were kind of going back and forth. And then she was like, it wasn't about the single mom thing, but then it kind of was.
Yeah.
And then she was saving herself, but then she just went right back into the hole. So
Yeah.
I do
Right.
feel like that's why that became such an elevated event than it should have been, is because of that.
It was also interesting. I think it was it Lindsey or it might have been Georgina who called out, like, and by the way, your boyfriend was raised by a single mom.
Correct.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was,
Which is like,
yeah, made
Let's
it
go.
cut a little deeper there.
How did we feel about Gavin interjecting himself at the end of it and was like, yeah, maybe Lindsey doesn't need to be holding a knife during this. But like, I don't feel like he added anything to that argument other than trying to, again, stir the pot. I'm glad he wore that big spoon on Watch What Happens Live the other night because
Yeah.
he needs it.
Hot take from this is I feel like Kenny is really, really loving being on reality TV and probably going to take it to the next level. I mean, he already started on his social media. He already has his own little mini series of like what it's like to be on reality TV. And he's like filming the hair and makeup and all of this kind of stuff. And then before the season started, they did an Ask Us Anything. And so they're all in different groups and they're pulling bagels out that have questions on them. And one of the questions was like, who do you think is the most susceptible to like being like sucked into this Bravo celebrity verse? Every single person said Kenny. Everyone. And then he also had a conversation with Gavin, which Gavin says in this same little promo they did, that he had already told him after the season, wherever, that he was trying to grow his social media following and all of this kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see like where that goes with him, because I mean, he's not shy of the spotlight. He's obviously craving it.
I wonder how many followers he has now. But I will say, I think Kenny's up there. I wonder if there was a runner-up and who it would be from the bagel question that you said. And why bagels, by the way, but it doesn't matter.
I have no
New
clue.
York City.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joy.
They have
Yeah.
the best bagels.
No, nobody said anybody. Every person, every group was Kenny. So it's
Nobody
like-
said Gavin too.
No, it was Danielle and Owen, and then Lindsey, and I can't remember that one girl. Is it Katie? Another tall, like blonde, but she's not all
Lexi.
Maybe it was. And then Gavin was with Kyle, and Kenny was with what's her name, Whtiney, right?
Yeah.
But every single person said Kenny. Nobody said anybody else.
11.3 thousand followers now.
All right. Yeah.
So he's growing now.
Yeah.
Almost caught up to Bravo Land Uncorked.
Right? That's right. Set your goals higher, Kenny.
Which,
But
by
I
the way,
do-
congratulations to all 3 ladies that are pregnant. At the end of the episode, we find that out, and that was super cute. I love that they're all like super close, and they're gonna have their babies like
Yeah.
together, and they're all friends. So like they'll have little
That is
built-in
sweet.
friendships. Thought
I-
that was really sweet.
I just thought about this. Another interesting thing from that whole bagel is they were asking like, who are you closest to? And Yvonne was with, Nick. Thank you. She definitely said somebody else, and Lindsey said somebody else. They did not claim each other as the person you're closest to in the cast.
So that goes
Yep.
to your point from last week. Then
Yep,
It's-
friendship on the
It's
rock.
like it's
Yep.
like a marriage going in.
Yep.
And it's testing it.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
But on that, so Kenny, yes, but I also think there are several people in this show that are trying to make sure they stay on the show.
Mhm.
And Gavin for sure. And I also think Kelsey when
Or
she
Lexi.
Lexi when she went to Tattletale.
Yep.
She
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna make something.
Yeah.
And it did not really
She
work
is
out.
very quick to do that though, because in
Yeah.
the very beginning of the season, her, Yvonne, and Whtiney were sitting on the bench and they were having a private conversation, and Whtiney was opening up about her relationship and stuff. And she was like, well, Andrea told me that Kyle said
Yes.
this, that Kenny
Yeah.
said, and that started the whole
Yeah, it
spark
did, yeah.
conversation and all that stuff. She is very quick to go right behind your back and tell whatever you say to her to someone's like face, and that whether you were just confiding in her or not. Because when you're upset about something, like sometimes you talk shit, but like you're not necessarily meaning all the harsh words that you say. But like just to run back and tell
Yeah.
that person like immediately, like, my God, you're never gonna believe what she said. Like I feel like that's so terrible. That's a bad quality in a friend. I'm
It
not
is a
here
bad
for that.
quality.
Good quality in Bravo.
And a Bravo
Person.
celebrity. Yeah.
Good, bravo. Good. So
Uh,
going back to Gavin and Kenny, what did you think about their argument / makeup?
I'm glad somebody finally called Gavin out for his shit, because I've been noticing it all season and it's been pissing me off. I'm like, what kind of friend are you, dude? Like, you're not supporting their relationship. He's constantly putting everything that they say on blast. Starting
and all
arguments.
relationships on
All
blast.
Yeah, all the
relationships.
relationships, even though he's never had one again last week.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you remember from the first episode, how narcissistic Kenny was, and how he just was, I don't want to use the word dismissive, but I think that's where Gavin was probably pulling from some of this from, because he definitely was like, he's like love bombing her, like bringing her here, no commitment. And, he's over there like posing in like goes back to reality stuff. Like he like dissed women 3 times and tried to like turn it all around to stuff from the first episode. So yes, while you're seeing that, but sometimes you got to like think and look back and be like, well, I could see where you might take away from some of these actions and be like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Well, they did get fake married in person, Kenny and Whtiney.
they didn't know it though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watch
about
them
that.
Yeah.
That's not
I
a
don't
real
even know what
gift,
it is, but
right?
I
I
thought
mean-
that was so funny.
That is funny. I eventually feel that Gavin and Kenny had a real moment. I do feel like a lot of it was played up, their
Yeah.
whole interactions the whole season, but I was happy to see that they kind of came back and they actually seemed normal at the apology.
Yeah.
And they weren't really worried so much about being relevant on the show
Yeah.
as they were about being friends. So I liked that.
Was that he was crying?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
going to say one of my
Yeah.
funny clips was Lindsey calling him out at the Thanksgiving dinner table, being like, "Oh yeah, are you okay now? You were crying earlier," and he was like, "No, I wasn't."
His eyes are all
No.
red.
And like he was like, "No, I wasn't," and he's like sniffling, and like you could see him crying outside on the thing, and she was like, "Yeah, you were," and he was like, "When did you see that? What are you talking about?" She was like, "I was coming out of the bathroom, and you were crying walking into your room. Like I saw you."
There
I
was a
was
lot of
so
funny
funny.
one-liners too. I liked when they went grocery shopping and Kyle was like, well, nobody needs to buy any beef because there's plenty in here. I thought there was a lot of cute little one-liners in
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
Speaking of
They are
grocery
witty.
shopping, like, did you see how full that fridge was?
Yes.
Like,
But they had the cold
Were
pre-Thanksgiving dinner before that.
right,
I'm like,
where did, but it was like
they only there for like 3 days?
condiments and like all of this stuff. It
Mhm.
was like,
Did y'all bring that?
yeah,
Maybe
Did
it
Amanda Uber Eats it there?
Maybe it came with that house.
yeah,
Along with the ballroom.
It was
right.
a very bizarre place.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
it's funny because like when I like do an Airbnb or something like that, they make you throw
everything. Yeah.
everything out of the
Yeah.
fridge. And if
Yeah.
you don't, like we left some freaking like bagels or I can't remember what it was in the freezer last time, like bagel bites or something, and they like charged me for it. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Why would they charge?
Why wouldn't they
for it?
just
Their
take it and eat
cleaners
it?
would
Usually
take
I
it.
know,
the
take it
cleaners
and
take
eat it.
it.
That's what
Yeah.
I would think.
Mm-mm.
I would not. I would oppose that charge.
What was the other Thanksgiving comment? Funny
So-
one?
The turkey
Oh.
doesn't have dairy.
My God.
If either one of you ever asked me something like that,
Please
I
slap
would be
me
like,
across
you
the
can't
face.
stay for Friendsgiving.
Yeah. Slap me across the
I'm
face.
gonna
'cause
put
that was
dairy
just-
on it just to piss you
We're,
off.
Right.
we're just inviting you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Does turkey have dairy in it? I was dead. I was like, did she really just ask that? That was Whtiney, and she was asking it to, was it Georgina or Lindsey? I
I think
can't
it was
remember.
Lindsey, but
But I just thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But
I
if
was
you
like,
have a dairy sensitivity, you should know what dairy is.
thank you. Thank you.
right.
Oh yes, Whitney. I'm sorry. When we went to Whole Foods, we ordered the one injected with dairy.
Yeah.
Didn't you know marinating in milk is a thing?
It's a great thing. Do it every
A
day.
whole turkey.
It's so
Disgusting.
funny.
That is hilarious.
Well, yes. Wait, but the end.
The
Yeah.
Kyle and Amanda conversation.
Let's
The
wrap
tension,
this up.
the tension the whole time, like just apple picking is a freaking chore. And she has to
Yes.
fight with him about that.
Yep.
Obviously, we already said like she couldn't get away from the Friendsgiving dinner fast enough because she had to go call who knows who.
Well, I think we know.
Yeah,
Well,
we definitely
totally.
know who she
And
was
then the
going to call.
fight at the end, the 2 months afterwards, the
Yeah.
everything wrapped up.
No, she had zero empathy, zero accountability, and yet again, how you seem to always make yourself the victim in all of the
And then she-
situations that you put your own self in.
Yes.
And then she tried to take credit for Loverboy taking off.
Right? She was
It's-
like, they only were buying it because they hate me.
I mean,
What?
Oh, and she's afraid to go out on the street.
Right.
Because of
yeah,
paparazzi?
Oh, and she
Yeah.
can't go out to dinner. And then here comes Kyle on the rescue yet again.
Yeah.
right. He's like,
I'll
I'll
go
go out to dinner with you.
Was that why she had to wear that weird scarf thing when her and Wes first started going out? Because she was
Maybe.
so scared.
Well, that joke that she made at the end, I did not find funny at all. She was like, "Oh, maybe we could double date with Sally and Wes." I like almost started crying for him in that moment because, and he like laughed it off, but I can't even believe how uncomfortable he must have been in that moment. That was,
He's got a good game poker face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people that could have handled that.
no, I don't either. Cause
Maybe he was on a beta club.
yeah. Oh, maybe.
But I also feel like this is years in the making too. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like
yeah.
he's had reps at this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What about that timeline? How it showed their post was in January and then her post with Wes was in March. Then this whole conversation went down in June. But then
Oh, sorry.
then that whole Friendsgiving dinner obviously was November. And like there has been timelines out there where they say November is when things started going active with her and Wes. So I
agree.
like,
yeah.
rewound a few times and I was like, wait, what month did that say? What month did that say? What month did that say?
It upset me that he was like, you point blank lied to me about Wes, but she
Yeah.
just kind of mulls over it.
Mulls over it.
She's like,
Yeah, she does.
Again,
all the
zero
time.
accountability.
It's
I-
very, very frustrating.
I was curious, and I still am. Like, I wonder how the editors, producers picked which parts from that scene to show in Summer House versus in the city.
Yep.
yeah.
They were, I mean, I think they were equally, like, one wasn't
Compelling.
more explosive than the other. They were
Yeah.
the same, but gross.
that's why
Yeah.
that's their job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right.
I
Well,
wonder
it'll be
how-
interesting to see the reunion. We're supposedly hearing that
Yes.
she is a lot held to the carpet or to the fire more, that being Amanda by everybody else. So next week, it's going to be very interesting to see how much they are making her stay accountable.
The previews are unhinged. I cannot
Yes,
wait.
I'm
I
excited for it.
cannot wait.
Do we know how many reunion episodes there'll
I think
be?
it's only two.
It's just two?
Yeah,
I think it is only two.
I would say if we have any Amanda stands out there, we'd love to hear from you and have you,
Yeah.
your perspective. Because
Yes.
I think it's, when so many people have the same opinion it says a lot, but then it'd be interesting. I'm always interested in the opposing. Cheers, actually. I'm glad you said it. It's been really exciting with the World Cup, and it was on the Norway team, I believe, that one of the most popular players featured the Batula Bud.
He
That's
did.
right.
Alan.
Look at
So
that.
cheers.
Cheers to the bun heard around the world.
Yes.
That's right. Cheers.
Right?
Cheers.
See you guys.
Let's hope we never see the bun again.
17 minutes, I think.
All right, that's good. It'll
Yeah,
probably
I
get
think.
it'll probably get wiped down too.